Hey, what's up, card fighters? So this is probably going to be the last Bruce match I'm going to be, I guess, commentating in a while. I just have like I stated in the last video, I just have other projects that I just really want to work on, and like the community has asked me to work on. Like I really want to work on Unica. I have like a really sick list for Unica. I've been like cooking up like a really cool Grand Fia list, and I've actually been cooking up I have two different lists to test. Right now I'm testing my creation and then something that was suggested to me by a friend for Barrow Magnus. So I've actually been testing Barrow Magnus and been getting some pretty good results. Like the deck actually feels like, I wouldn't say it's the best deck, but it does feel like it can compete. I didn't pay attention to the dice roll. Looks like I'm going first. Yeah, it looks like I did draw 6 cards. Yeah, it looks like I'm going first for the first game. I pitch a crit here. Soul Charger Bruce, and then we pass turn. He pitches a draw trigger, rise to grade 1. Calls down another one. I believe that's the Dragon Tree grade 1. Yeah, sorry about the glare, guys. That's a Dragon Tree grade 1. Get a defensive draw here. And then he checks the grade 1 on hit monster when it boosts countercharge 1. I'm pitching a Leonard here for ride. Gonna draw off of Richard. And what do we do here? So we call down a Jared, giving 10k to the Leonard, swing for 10 on the Vanguard, guards for 15, check another Leonard, swing 18 at the Vanguard. He takes it, and then I swing 20 at the Vanguard. So standing and drawing here. Man, wow, like his sleeves are like, not even the sleeves, it's just maybe the other table's better, because I have like two different spots that like I go to, like in the card shop where Chris, shout outs to Chris, he's the owner of House Rules Gaming. He lets me record. And I don't know, the glare was like really not like too bad, but like the glare was just like really bad all day in that spot. So he searches the grade 1 strategy order and then he plays it, and he's activating the Dragon Tree grade 1, that's Counterblast 1. Look at top 5, and then he can call a unit card of grade less than or equal to his Vanguard to the same column, which he whiffs. I think he just got triggers and orders. He's gonna call down the grade 2 Brithani Dragon, Soul Blast 1, ditch 1, and draw 1. Or draw 1 and ditch 1. I let the center lane hit, so he does get a counter charge off here, and this is 23 to my Vanguard, which I do ultimately guard for 15. I don't remember if I win or lose the first game, but I do know we take it to a game 3. So we're gonna pitch a Leonard again. And then I'm going to counterblast 1 for Jared, soul blasting the Bruce in my soul. And I'm going to give plus 10 to Leonard. And I'm going to swing 26 at the Vanguard. Get a draw trigger. I'm going to give plus 10 to the Jared. And then we get a heal trigger here. And we're going to give a plus 10 to the Leonard. So I'm going to swing for 33 here. And I'm going to swing for 35 to his center column. So he guards the Vanguard off the OT, and then we soul charge a crit here, and we pass turn. So he ditches the grade 2 strategy order here, and then he searches a strategy order from his deck, the grade 2 strategy order, off of the grade 2 of the ride line. Which, speaking of, I still need to show you guys my AVANTGARDA content, or the AVANTGARDA videos that I made while I was at Versus Games, which is, yeah, that was this Monday. That was this Monday. So you guys are gonna see those videos like Monday through Wednesday. So he played the grade 2 strategy order, got the grade 3 Vogel that lets him on place, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, search for a grade 3 order, not strategy order, so you could search for any grade 3 order in the deck. And then he activates AVANTGARDA here, soul charging a strategy order, and then activating the strategy order's effect when it's soul charged, which pops a rear guard. And he's going to swing with the Vanguard here. I guard for no pass because I know his OT's out of deck. He checks a heal trigger here. And then he checks a draw trigger. And I'm at 1 damage, he's at 2. He ultimately decides to give me counterblast. It didn't really matter what he attacked. I had replacements. I guess it mattered in terms of I wouldn't get my multi-attack off. But I was like just sitting pretty, basically. Persona right here. This is a very weird hand, I see. I think we ultimately... I believe we call an Eden... Oh, yeah, we call an Eden over the Jared. And then we move to combat. So we're going to swing... This is 28-38. Which he takes it. Then we're going to swing 23 at the Vanguard. Restand the Eden column, and it's going to get a crit. Which he 2 passes my Vanguard. And then we're going to give all effects to the Eden. And I believe I use Leonard here and get rid of his rear guard column. Which he lets me take that. I soul charge a draw trigger and a Yamil. And this is going to be 48 3 damage. And that's the... Oh no, he gets a heal trigger. Okay. I was like, oh. Sorry guys, this match was not too long ago. It was a couple days ago. I just didn't remember how exactly things played out. He goes to play a grade 3 strategy order here, uses the grade 2, which when he soul charges it, it gives 10k to the Vanguard, and it stops me from intercepting or using blitz orders for the turn. He swings at my Vanguard. I opt to just take it, because there's really not much he could do here, and even if he double crits me, it's not game over. At least in this scenario. So since he hit, he's going to counterblast 1, restand. Counterblast 1, ditch 1, restand with -1 drive. And I believe I take it again, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, I guard this. Apparently I guard this, because I'm thinking about guarding. I think the only reason I guard is because I got the defensive trigger. And that's a no pass there. He checks a gold dog. Call down a Stephanie, call down a Trish, and then we call down another Leonard. Damn, bro, we were like, we had all the Leonards. Swing 28 to the Vanguard, which he guards, and I'm going to swing 26 with the Vanguard, restanding, and the column gets a crit. Or Eden gets a crit. Restand the column. Which he 1 passes my Vanguard, I believe, here. Yeah, he 1 passes my Vanguard here, and we get a draw. And he gets a heal. Wow, this game, like... Oh, I forgot. This game took so long to end. That was like 38. He guarded, and then he guarded the other one. He persona rides. He calls down Gold Dog, I believe. Yeah, that's Gold Dog. Uses a grade 3 strategy order here. Calls down another Gold Dog. This is 28. Yes. No, 33. I keep forgetting that AVANTGARDA gives himself 5k. So I just perfect guard that. He gets a crit here. He decides to give it all to a rear guard. Yeah, he gives it all to his rear guard Gold Dog. And he's going to restand here. He's going to swing again at my Vanguard. I just choose to take it. Swing with the crit rear guard. He didn't persona ride? I thought he persona rode here. Did he forget about persona ride? I think... Oh no, because I have 5k. So I have 5k, my Vanguard's 33. That 15 makes me 33. That was 30... No, that should have been plus 20 to the front row. Unless I'm, like, mistaken. No, he persona rode, because he didn't hit the first time. Oh, he must have given me a smaller number than what it actually was. I think we had more than enough guard here. But we're going to give 10k to Eden here. Then we're going to call a Yamil, just to make a better column. Swing 38 Vanguard. And that's the end of the first game. He must have given me like, or did I guard with a second card? He must have given me a smaller number than what that column actually was, because it got a trigger. It's 20 by itself, and then it was 20 to the front row. I guard with just a 15. I was 33. I needed 10k more shield to guard that, which I did have. I did have the 10k more shield. His build was actually very interesting to see how he piloted it. It was like basically like a hodgepodge build that he built before going to locals, and I was telling him like, bro, AVANTGARDA is not the way. This build is not the way. And granted, he did tell me that there was certain cards that he felt like were dead and he did want to take out, but he's just like, this is like one of my like personal friends, and he's just like a really good Vanguard player in general, and he was just able to pilot the list and make good use of all the sum of its pieces. And I was talking mad game, and I ain't gonna lie, he slapped me with it. He's unexpectedly slapped me with it. Granted, I believe in the it was somewhere, it was either at the start of this game or next game where my sleeves, or I felt like I wasn't getting a good shuffle and I just wasn't seeing triggers. I don't know if it was at the start of this game or if it was just the next game. But we are doing a grade 1 rush here since we went second. Swing for 14. Okay. So draw to draw, 18 to 18. And he guards for 5k. And now it's his turn again. Discards the strategy order here. Searches for the grade 1 strategy order. Plays it. Well, yeah, yeah. Okay. That's per Thani Dragon, so he Soul Blasted one, drew a card, and discarded a card. So he's going to swing for 15 here. I believe I just take it. All effects to Vanguard. So this is right now 18 to 18. I believe I take it. He gets a draw trigger here, and we get another crit. Okay, so it's not this game. It's not this game. Discard our draw here. Oh, I know why I took it. I have double, yeah, I have double Jared in hand. That's why I took it. So we're going to use one Jared here to give the other Jared plus 10. Then we're going to use the other Jared here to give the other Jared plus 10. So I have 28k columns. I'm going to swing for 18 here. He chooses to give me a 1 to pass, and it won it 1 to pass. So that's 28, and then we're going to swing 28 to his 20, and we take him to 4 here. Pitches a draw here for Ride. He's going to get the grade 2 strategy order off of his grade 2. What's really versatile about AVANTGARDA's ride line, if you are running a pure AVANTGARDA ride line, he's going back in for the grade 3, is that, let's say like you fail to find the strategy orders, the grade 1 and the grade 2 call themselves out of the soul. So no matter what, you're getting something, either a strategy order to hand. He didn't have any more grade 3 strategy orders in the deck. A strategy order to hand or a body on field, and that's what I really like about the ride line. Also, it's up to 1 strategy order, so you could choose to like, add 0 and then get the body if you need the body over the strategy order. It's going to play the grade 3 strategy order here, activate the grade 1. Retire Stephanie behind my Vanguard, makes sense. Activating Perthani Dragon here. Drawing 1 and ditching 1. He just did it in the slightly wrong order. I perfect guard his Vanguard here. He gets a heal, gives it to the Vogel. I believe that's another Persona Ride, so he has 2 Persona Rides in hand, confirmed. Swing for 23 here, give power to Vanguard, and then this is 28. And which we ultimately take it. Going to 4 here. Pitching a Leonard here, riding up to Bruce. We're going to activate one of the Jareds, giving +10 to our Vanguard. That's the great thing about Jared, man, is that that +10 can go to any of your Diabolos units. So even though we don't have a Vanguard booster here, we're still able to exert some type of pressure. Which I was trying to push him to 4 here, but he guarded so that he could just basically no guard my Vanguard swing. We get double Yamil here. And then we're going to swing, this was 23, 33 at the Vanguard. Which we push him to 5 here. I believe this game was like very close. Like very, very close on both sides. I say that and then like something swingy happens. It's going to activate Perthani Dragon here. Soul Blast 1. Draw a card, pitch a card. It's going to call over the Vogel for the new Grade 2 that came out in Set 9. So this card's effect is you could discard a card, Soul Blast 1, add a set order from grave to your hand, and then add another set order of a different card name. And it gets 5k. So he's adding the Grade 3 set order here, and he's adding the Grade 2 set order. Which, since he didn't play a set order for turn, he's going to play the Grade 3 set order. And he remarks that he meant to call the Dragon Tree Grade 1 first, and then the set order. So that's what I'm letting him do here, since it's locals, and he didn't really get a unit card that he wanted to call out. So he's just, you know, counterblast 1 to shuffle the deck, baby. Which, I don't remember if he kills me here or not. I know this is a really good turn for him. So swing for AVANTGARDA here for 33. And I think my hand wasn't that strong, so I just opt to take the Vanguard swing. And he's going to give the power to the Grade 2 rearguard. Damage check Persona Ride. Yeah, I think we die here. I think our hand isn't that sexy in terms of guard. So going to swing again here with AVANTGARDA. We do perfect guard this. Ditching a Yamil. This is 23, 33, plus 20, 53. Yeah, we just die here. Our hand really wasn't all that sexy in terms of guard power. That, even though Yamil is 10k shield, that just, like, double drive check Yamil really hurt us. But we did see a fair amount of triggers this game. On both sides, So it was definitely a fair game. Actually, I'm going to speed this one up quite a bit on the last one, guys. Just because I feel like the last game was pretty straightforward. Now, you guys see my shuffling methods aren't, you know, it's not like I'm shuffling incorrectly. It's just somewhere in that day, those sleeves were relatively new, and then they, like, it was like they got chorus. I don't know. I'm a very aggressive shuffler, so I go through sleeves like really fast. Like I have like boxes of like used and abused sleeves that I use for like sorting extra cards or like for cards that I put in my binder. So we go first here, pitching the draw, soul charging a crit here, passing turn. Pitches Grade 3 strategy order, swings for 8, we take it. Thinking here what I want to discard. I ultimately discard Trish. Activate Richard to to draw 1. Soul charge and draw 1. Calling out Leonard. I'll swing for 10 here. Get a draw trigger. So Leonard swings for 20. And I soul charge Stephanie. Just going to discard a Vogel here, grabbing the Grade 1 strategy order. And then I don't know what that card is. That seems to be the Grade 2 Persona Ride Dragon. I don't know its name, but the effect that he activated last game. The last Grade 2 effect. to where he could Soul Blast one, discard one if he Persona Road, and then pick up 2 set orders of different names, essentially. Debating here when I want to discard. Discard a 15 here, ride up. Calling a Yamil out, which we get a Yamil off the Soul, so we call out another Yamil. Which I ultimately decided to call Steve, because if I called Stephanie, he would just pop it. Which I do have another Yamil for follow-up next turn, so I'm just waiting for him to exhaust his set order. Swing for 13 here, and he checks defensive OT, which shuts down the entire turn. We swing at the rear guard, get a soul charge off, and pass. I'm gonna pitch a draw trigger here. Gonna grab a grade 2 set order, strategy order. Then he's gonna do Vogel to search for the grade 3 strategy order. Gonna play the grade 2 strategy order here, shove it to soul, so I can't intercept or use blitz order PGs this turn, and his Vanguard got a +10. So I'm gonna swing boosted here. Yeah, we perfect guard the Vanguard. He got a PG and a unit card here. And he passes because he thought Yamil was 20k, but I wasn't in final burst, so Yamil was just a 10. We don't Persona Ride here. We just call out double Stephanie here. And we don't have any counterblast, so we just kind of like have to vanilla swing. We get a PG and a grade 2. We're going to swing for 33 here, which he guards it. I told him it's 33. So, yeah, he has to guard it for 10k instead of a 5k, and then 33 again, which he perfect guards. We were getting close to time, so we were also trying to stay at low damage. Wasn't exactly time yet, but we were getting close. So he Persona Rides and then activates the grade 2 Dragon to pick up 2 set orders from the drop zone. Then he sets an order. And he forgot the Dragon Tree again, but I think because the Dragon Tree grade 1 again, but I think because he just felt, he forgot it, he just didn't try to do the ability again. Which is fair, to be honest. I probably would have done the same thing. He swings with the grade 2 first for 25. I block that. Checks a crit here. Puts us to 4. And I think we die on this turn. Calls out a gold dog here because he discarded it off of AVANTGARDA. We PG the Vanguard here. Draw trigger, giving it to the gold dog. So that is 18, 28, 48. Unless he gave me a different number. So that's 23, 33, 48. I think he gave me a different number because that should have been more. Yeah, that should have been more. So we Persona Ride here, call out Jared, giving 10k to the Steve. We're really low on resources here. So we swing for 33 at the Vanguard. He guards. Then we're going to swing for 23 at the Vanguard, restanding the Jared column. Which actually, misplay on my part and my opponent's part, he shouldn't have been able to intercept on Jared's attack. So, I didn't catch that. Granted, that effect hardly ever comes up, but I didn't catch that. But I was just really losing this game because I was running out of gas so hard. He doesn't Persona Ride here, but he could basically like just kill me with anything at this point in the game. I think that's the grade 3 strategy order. Which means, did he do the grade 2 strategy order last turn? That's why his columns weren't bigger. I OT the pass here, which I think he still has the no, he doesn't have the OT in deck. He checked it. I perfect guard the other attack. And then he swings. I take it. Call down Eden here. Now this is where I make a key misplay. I counterblast 1, soul blast 1 for Jared, and I give 10k to the Eden. I give 10k to the Eden knowing he has a perfect guard in hand. I should have given 10k to my Vanguard, and that was my key misplay here. That was misplay number two. That was misplay number two, and I realized it after the match too. Even though, like, again, we were just not seeing triggers for the later half of this match. So I just swing 18 at the Vanguard, and he just happily 2 to passes my Vanguard. We give everything to Jared, and this is 48, which he like happily PGs it, and then Jared's like 33. Yeah, he just happily perfect guards it, and then Jared's 33, and this is where again we're at 5. We have like we have a 15k shield, a 10k shield in hand, and we just ran out of gas here. Literally, we ran out of gas here. And I was checking to see if I had any heals left. I think I had one or two left. I think I tried a 1 to pass the Vanguard here because it's 21, 26. No, 31. His Vanguard's 31. Yeah, I won to pass the Vanguard here, and yeah, that was the end of the game. Yeah, little fist bump. It wasn't a bad game. Like those were like really good games, to be honest. I just again like hindsight on the Jared swing, and then again hindsight. What was my other misplay? Hindsight on the allocation of Jared's power on the last turn. But yeah, we're not playing that card anymore. We're not playing that card anymore. It's not a bad card. I just found something that worked better for me, and that's really the key of deck building, at least in from my perspective. Is deck building is all about what works for you. What are you comfortable with? Like, because at the end of the day, it's your deck. You can net deck all you want, but you're not going to know why that person played every single card in that deck in every situation of why they put every single card in that deck. That's why this channel I put such a big emphasis on deck building. But anyways, guys, again, we ramble always at the end. I hate to talk you guys' ears off, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, share the channel. We're like really close to 600 subscribers right now. I'm very proud of that. I'm very privileged actually to just have you guys, the viewers, like, because the growth of this channel has been insane lately, and it's only gonna get better. But anyways, guys, later.